Hi, welcome. Can everyone hear me in the back? Okay, good. Wonderful. Welcome. Thank you for all for coming. My name is Lori Doyle. I'm with Affordable Housing Development Corporation. I am co-developer and co-owner here of Cashin's Field. We are very excited for you all to be here today. We have a great lineup of guest speakers. And yeah, so right now we're going to do one quick dedication. I don't know, for those of you that when you came up, you saw the big granite rock out front. I'm going to introduce Shelley Covert here in a moment, but please make sure to walk by the rock on your way to touring the units, or you're making your way around the property. It is a representation and a dedication to the Nisenan tribe, the original folks that were here on this site, so we are very honored to be able to be here today. And let me just read this to you real quick, and then I'm going to invite Shelley to come up. So the rock says, "We acknowledge that Cashin's Field sits within the ancestral territory of the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe. Though the Nisenan people are the illustration of our commitment to reversing this erasure, the community building at Cashin's Field is named Tekuti and is respectfully dedicated to the Nisenan people of the past, the present, and the future." So with that,
Homakani. Homaya bemi. Nishinana mimi wakamni. Lidam lily yapimni. Tukudi Hedidi. I'm Shelley Covert. I'm the spokesperson for the Nevada City Rancheria Nisenan tribe. I'm also the executive director of our tribally guided 501c3, which is CHIRP, the California Heritage Indigenous Research Project. And thank you. It's funny because I'm part of creating these verbiages as they happen within the community to make sure, there's always going to be a little, maybe, I don't know what you call it, a cultural spike, or there are all these spikes that need to be navigated that could become spikes if I go, ooh, not that, don't say it that way, and we can change a word. Synonyms are my friend. And, we work together to create this verbiage, and yet hearing somebody say it, I'm sorry, as I'm sitting here, it's just, it's been such a long time coming, and, I feel so much pride, and not only with my tribal community, but for our community. Like we are modeling, it's such a beautiful process, and to have the capacity to be able to keep showing up because it's finally happened. And I swear, I feel like I'm at my 15-year mark of like burnout, starting to get burned out, yet things like this engage all this excitement. And as a community, we should feel proud that we can do something like this for the tribe. And I hope, I've taken model from other tribes in the Bay Area who those people are just out there doing such great work. And we have our own voice here, and we have our own story to tell. And I know that's up to the tribe to guide that. But we can't do it without our community standing there in deep partnership. So thank you for this. And Tukudi, so the word, it means little field. So I was looking for something, because we are within the Nisenan town site of Ustama, a little bit on this, we're not even on the suburbs, pretty central. So we can't reuse that, and so Littlefield, given Cashin's Field, was the close word that I found. So and it's fairly easy to say Tukudi. I think that rolls off the mouth quite all right. So, all right, well, thank you very much. Let's keep up this wonderful modeling in all of the social and racial justices that we do as a community, and not let those things that could be fights or could be, where we get our feet in the ground, synonyms help, and just the friendliness of our communities that we're speaking with friends for decades and generations here, I think helps pave the way. So thank you.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, Shelley. We very much appreciate you being here, and we are very proud to have the dedication rock on our property, and we're very honored to be on your property, so thank you. With that, I'd like to introduce Pastor Mike Griffin and Greg Flagg from Sierra Press right across the street, so if you can come on up. Before they get started, I'd like to give them some kudos. Originally, when we were under construction during the summer months, they had some children over at the church doing youth programs, and they brought over popsicles and water and had, helped the construction workers kind of get through the summer heat here. And then in turn, I think the construction company, Sinceri Associates, took their ice chest back and took them some things as well. So it's been just an amazing relationship. They have allowed us to have parking on their property today and all during construction. They have been wonderful neighbors, and we are very blessed and honored to have you here today with us.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
I'm coming off of coaching a track meet. I'm an assistant track coach at Nevada Union High School as well as a preacher. So after a track meet and several sermons yesterday, my voice is a little on the laryngitis end of the spectrum. So forgive me for that. But we are so delighted to be here. This has been the fruition of so many different partnerships and prayers. I really appreciate Shelley. We were here at the groundbreaking as well, and she sang a beautiful song that day. And now to see the full spectrum of going from groundbreaking to ribbon cutting is just amazing. We've been praying for this property and this land for a very long time. I've been here 11 years, but long before me, members of Sierra Presbyterian Church have been praying for this property and that God would use it to honor him and for a good purpose. For many years, it lay dormant other than people parking here for our annual yard sale, which happens on Labor Day weekend, which many of you are familiar with. But now to see the fruition of hopes and dreams that it would be used for a great purpose like this, for me is just awesome. And our hope and prayer is that people experience a sense of connection and community here, that it's not just a passing through, but if I can use the image, that people would experience this as their tribe, their people, that point of connection and community. In Hebrews 10:24, it says, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, and let us not give up meeting together." And so my hope is this is a great place for people to connect. You may know we have a preschool across the street along with the church. Sunshine Preschool has been serving our community for over 50 years, about 30 children there. And we say that Sunshine Preschool is a great place to grow. And my hope is that people here at Cashin's Field experience it as a great place to grow, a great place to put roots down, a great place to experience community and connection. And that's my hope and prayer for it. Pastor Greg, our associate pastor, is going to offer a prayer here in a moment, but I do want to echo something that was said. Sean Eldridge and his team were exemplary. We just offered parking spots, but in the process of building relationships, we came over, he would have us pray for them and the work that was being done. He'd give us tours in the process, and we get to see the development of this special place that I think is going to be used for great good. And yeah, it was about almost 2 years ago now at a Vacation Bible School, we decided to bring waters over, and all 100 kids that were at the Vacation Bible School that year wrote notes and cards for all the construction workers, and the next day they sent popsicles back. And so that was just a fun interconnecting point. So again, we are so thankful for our new neighbors here at Cashin's Field. It's our desire to be great neighbors. We believe that's what we're called to be as Christ followers, and we're thankful for the opportunity to be a part of this event. And Greg's going to offer a prayer.
I wanted to mention another thing too. We got to host a meeting of other pastors and leaders kind of in the California area right as these buildings were going up. And it's interesting how we get to partner with you all in getting to tell the story of this place. Because every time we meet with them now, they're like, hey, what's happening over there? How's the neighborhood looking? And all that. And we get to share stories of the buildings going up, the people that we're meeting, and what this place is doing in this community. So I just want you all to know that what's happening here is going well beyond just this corner. And we want to be able to share that and celebrate with you all. So, will you join me in prayer? Almighty God, we ask that you would grant to these homes grace of your presence, that you would be known to inhabit these dwellings, and we pray that you would defend these houses. God, may you protect those who will go in and out. May they share the hospitality of these homes with all who visit. May those who enter here know your love and your peace. May you fill the hungry with good things here, and may you make us ever thankful for the daily bread that you provide. May you protect and watch over all those who sleep here. May you refresh all in body and spirit who live here. May they be in good health and seek to serve others in the community through the blessings of these homes. God, may peace rest on this ground. May peace rest.
As I hand things back off, we'll let you know, too, our plan is to continue to come back. Thursday between 2 and 4, we're hosting a root beer float social here in the community room. So if you're around on Thursday, want to come back, 2 to 4 root beer floats, come and join us for that time.
Thank you.
I'm down. Good afternoon, everyone. Gus Becerra, I'm the Executive Director of the Regional Housing Authority. We are co-owners and co-developers along with Laurie and her team on this beautiful property. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We have a lot of folks to thank, and Laurie and I are going to tag team who we thank. But a project like this does not happen without local government, and that's who I'm here to thank, and that includes the city, the county, and our agencies. So the city council of the city, past and present members, the board of supervisors for Nevada County, past and present members, my board at the Housing Authority, and the staff of all three agencies that work behind the scenes on all this together, the function without local government financing first. And so if you are a council member, a county supervisor, or a member of the round of applause. You and your team, Allison, you and your team at the county, and I know a lot of members of my team, or a few members of my team are here. I see Jennifer, Patra, Tom, Alicia, and Sophia are here. These are folks that you may not know, but they work tirelessly to bring this kind of project into these communities. And so I want to thank the staff of all three agencies as well. And I'm going to hand it back to Laurie because we've got a lot of folks to thank as well.
Great. I would like to take a quick opportunity to acknowledge my team members that are here. Please raise your hand. Eric, Tina, and Nia. They are the heartbeat of our organization as well, and have worked very hard through financing, through construction, as well as asset management. So we're very excited to be here. And it's really cool just to see all you guys looking up here smiling. It's like, you have no idea. This project's been through so much. I don't need to repeat all the YouTube meetings and community outreach and everything we had to do during the fun pandemic. But I do want to acknowledge the fact that we really do appreciate every person that is here. Each one of you has had some part in this project, and to bring it to where we are today, everyone should definitely give themselves a round of applause for that. So after the exciting entitlement period, we got to run right into the volatile construction market. I've been saying that so many meetings and so many presentations, but we hit a construction market where lumber and other commodities were higher than the industry had seen in decades. Our builder, which I would like to acknowledge today, Sinceri Associates, based out of Sacramento, and I'm not going to get everyone here who's, I know everyone that's here, but Mark, please raise your hand. Mark is the president of Sinceri Associates. We also are very pleased to have Phil Sinceri here today, the owner of Sinceri Associates, and we have Dan, I see, and I know there's many others that I'm not seeing, but we'll get an opportunity to do that. Sinceri did an amazing job investing in this community. So not only did they get local subcontractors, but because of their experience in the community, they showed their overall commitment to serve and enhance the lives of the workers. So the subcontractors that were able to, are still able to drive by and say, I think I'll probably mess this up, but maybe 60 or 70% of our workforce was local. So that, I think, is something to say in such a small community like this. Quite the endeavor that Sinceri did, and their commitment to us as an owner, as well as their commitment to the community. The design, it's hard not to be in awe of this beautiful design. I would like to acknowledge Mogavero Architects and their team who's here today. Cesar was our lead designer, and we have Locke, who is not able to be here today, but Cecilia and Toffee are here today representing Mogavero Architects. Everyone had amazing objectives for this design, and they wanted really to provide a community that was supportive of families and also to create the supportive relationships around them, right? So this beautiful open space behind us, this is for families to meet and to congregate and to have fellowship and to just be a family, be a Cashin's Field family together. So, and they also did a really great job of preserving the forested area and kind of following the ecological context of this original site. So I would like to commend them, and obviously it does bring in the mining heritage of Nevada City, which I think is was very important in all our community outreach meetings to all the locals that were involved in that. Other people I'd like to acknowledge today is SCO Engineering. I saw Jason, and I know Martin's here too. NV5 had a very big part. Their building is behind our building now, but they were a huge part of this construction. And also just the dozens of local subcontractors that showed commitment to the community, as well as providing expert craftsmanship to this design. Real quickly, too, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank our financial partners. Wells Fargo Bank is in the room. I see Eric is here. Wells Fargo is our construction lender. We also, our tax credit equity in the amount of about $24 million was provided by R4 Capital, the City of Nevada City, the County of Nevada, and the State of California Permanent Local Housing Allocation, also known as PLHA. So, and one more before I forget. Wynn Residential, our property management company, is here. Alma, Derek, I see Alma right here. Derek and the entire Wynn team did an amazing job over the course of the last several months, qualifying residents, working very hard to fill these units, and at this point we're full. We were full very quickly, and we have a waiting list, but we are very pleased with the residents, and the residents are very pleased with the accommodations and the space we have today. So with that, I'm going to introduce the City of Nevada City Mayor, Doug Fleming, to the podium.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the thank yous. I couldn't even begin to thank all the people that are involved in this process, so I'm not going to try. I'm just going to give some general thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, community members, and friends, it's an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the ribbon-cutting ceremony for Cashin's Field Affordable Housing Project. My name is Doug Fleming, and I proudly serve as Mayor of Nevada City and a member of the Nevada City City Council. It's an honor to be here to celebrate this wonderful occasion in being Nevada City's first low-income housing tax credit project, hopefully not the last. Obviously, this is a momentous occasion, would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of many committed individuals, including many of the folks here today. As the mayor of Nevada City, it's a privilege for me to witness the fruits of our community's hard work, dedication, and investment into our city. Today, we are celebrating a new beginning for Nevada City. The completion of this project represents a new chapter in our community's growth and prosperity. And now it's our duty to ensure that we continue to foster an environment of inclusivity, as well as one that attracts investment and supports local businesses. Like every other jurisdiction, Nevada City is facing numerous housing challenges, and tackling them requires a united community effort. I'm proud to say that our city is committed to finding innovative solutions to this issue. In fact, housing is one of our key strategic initiatives, born out of our first real strategic planning effort in recent memory. And it truly exemplifies how we're investing in projects that will pave the way for a better quality of life for our residents. Cashin's Field is the culmination of months, probably years, of dedicated work and interagency collaboration. Without the support of local, regional, and state-level officials, we would not be here today. We could not have achieved this milestone without the teamwork and cooperation of everyone involved, and I want to thank every one of you for your contributions in bringing this important community project to fruition. Today, Cashin's Field also marks a first step in the direction of revitalizing the Seven Hills District. This project sets the stage for further improvements and investments into the area, ensuring our city remains vibrant, thriving, and welcoming for years to come. In our efforts to make a more walkable, bikeable, and livable community, we will continue to focus on enhancements near Cashin's Field, making it easier for residents to enjoy everything our wonderful city has to offer. We will continue to look for ways to make improvements in the areas surrounding Cashin's Field, including the newly revitalized Tech Center and beyond, ensuring that our residents and visitors have access to the amenities and infrastructure that they need to thrive. Nevada City will be one of the very few cities in California to meet its sixth-cycle regional housing needs allocation for low-income housing. This not only means that we have provided much-needed housing for our low-income residents, but it also demonstrates our commitment towards rebuilding a more inclusive and equitable community for all. As such, I am deeply proud to be part of this ribbon-cutting ceremony and to celebrate the achievement of everyone involved in making this project a reality. As we cut the ribbon today, let us celebrate this achievement together and remember that it's just the beginning. Together, we will work to continue towards a brighter, more inclusive future for Nevada City and all its residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before I introduce our next speaker, I also want to recognize the Chamber of Commerce, who already awarded this project the 2022 New Construction Award, and I think they're in here somewhere, so thank you so much for recognizing us. Thank you. And then a cool fact that I learned when we were envisioning this project, and so the Nevada County Historical Society, and there might even be potentially some artwork hanging in the building, I'm not sure, but the Nevada County Historical Society educated me in that this site was where the very first plane landed in Nevada City in the 1920s, and there's photography of it, and it's really, really cool. I had the pleasure of meeting a city manager from Nevada City who I think ended his tenure in the 1990s, and he asked me for a picture of the photo because there's obviously some citizens around the airplane from, I think it's dated 1921, and his mom is in that picture as a little girl, and so that was kind of a neat fact that I learned about this site. So I'd like to thank the Historical Society for bringing that up. Next, I would like to introduce County Supervisor Heidi Hall.
Thank you, Gus, and everyone. It is so exciting. It's such a thrill to be standing here to see this beautiful facility complete to its fruition. A few years ago, when this was just a twinkle in a few people's eyes, and the county was looking to work with a previous Nevada City Council and previous managers, we were very anxious and very excited to find a partnership with Nevada City and move this project forward. And once that gelled, it just went ahead gangbusters. And in fact, Cashin's Field is a product of our first multi-jurisdictional Western Nevada County Regional Housing Trust Fund affordable housing loan program using permanent local housing allocation and matched by state local housing trust fund program match funds. There's a mouthful. I usually leave that stuff to Gus. This was also what's interesting. This project was awarded specific CTCAC disaster credits allocated to the county as a result of the 2017 wind complex fire. So we are using those funds to move this community forward. This project is 51 units of housing, 11 one-bedrooms, 26 two-bedroom units, and 14 three-bedroom units. All of the units are designed for 30 to 60% area median income. What's really exciting is that we believe that over 80% of the new tenants who moved in are from Nevada City or Grass Valley or just in that general area. So it completely met the goals and visions of what this would be to help our local community. So this project is a deep collaboration between all these folks that you heard named before, the City of Nevada City, the County of Nevada. I want to recognize also my CEO and all of my colleagues, I believe. All of them are here. Could you guys raise your hands or stand up and wave? So we are dedicated. This county board is dedicated to helping provide low-income housing for our residents and continuing to build in the best places for such units. The project was designed to blend with the neighborhood context with walkability, and you can see how walkable it is. And in fact, we were going to have one of the residents speak here and talk a little bit about his story for how he came here. And he's sick. Dan Rodriguez, we want to thank you for being willing to stand up here and talk about it. So I'm just going to briefly share his story. So he's going on 60 years of age, and he's on fixed income due to a disability. He's been a Nevada County resident for about 40 years, with most of his time living right here in Nevada City. In fact, he was living in the Rankin Trailer Park, just on the other side of the fence back there, and he watched this being constructed and got excited about it. So he applied to get in, and he was able to get in, and he now resides in this complex. He says it's a perfect location, walkable, bus stops, grocery store, pharmacy down the street. He doesn't have a car, so the bus stops close by are important. His church, Sierra Presbyterian Church, is right across the street, and he feels like we're building a community of neighbors helping neighbors. And in his words, he says, I am grateful to be able to stay in Nevada City in such a beautiful place to live. Isn't that what we want for our residents? So, thank you. And now I'm going to introduce Fiona Ma, our state treasurer, whose office has a whole lot to do with the tax credits that help fund a beautiful place like this. Fiona Ma.
Thank you. The first time was the groundbreaking with my team. This is probably the highlight of what we do every day, is actually coming out to turn the dirt and then coming out to do the ribbon cutting. I also had the privilege of coming out here in August with Erin Manette and Peter, and met with Stuart and Heidi Hall, Danielle Fernandez, Allison, Shelley, and others, and how important this project is to the community. Whether you work at a small business, at the hotel, at a restaurant, everyone kept saying that we need more housing. And it takes a village to build these type of affordable housing. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. And the bigger it is, the more complicated it is, requires many, many pieces. And you never know which way to start a jigsaw. You try to start, at the corners and put it together, but until it really comes to fruition. So under my administration, I chair the bond and the tax credit committees, led by Nancy Rolbus, our executive director, who's been doing an amazing job hiring up the staff, getting the regulations in place, rolling out all of the credits and bonds, even during the pandemic. My office continued to work, because otherwise we would not have met the deadlines or the competitive application process. And we want to thank our Governor, Gavin Newsom. When he and I got elected 4 years ago, he allocated $500 million of state low-income housing tax credits. Those tax credits have to be coupled with the bonds, and that made our bonds competitive for the first time in many, many decades. So that required a whole new set of regulations to get up to speed. Then, thanks to Congressman Mike Thompson, he allocated 9% disaster tax credits for the 2017 and 2018 fire-devastated regions. So that allowed more applications to come off the shelf. And so for the last 4 years, we have approved more low-income housing, middle-income housing applications than ever before. And this is an example of a new construction, 50 affordable housing units, 30 to 60% AMI. This is what communities are asking for. And we thank the community, because without you, it won't happen, right? Without community members like yours that say, we want to have it here, without the city and the county approving permitting as soon as possible, without us at the state level making sure that we are doing our job and not standing in the way, these projects would not happen. So thank you all to the neighbors out here. We look forward to working with you. And if you need money, please call me. And I just want to say, if you need more money, I just want to say that through my California School Financing Authority, we have funded the Nevada City School of the Arts and also the Bitney Prep High School. And then we have also provided loan loss guarantees and collateral for $3 million in small business loans since 2018. So thank you all for all you do.
Thank you, Treasurer Ma, for being here. We're very fortunate to have you here today. Nancy, thank you so much for being here as well. Next, I would like to introduce representing U.S. Congressman Kevin Kiley's office, Mr. Jack Thompson.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Thompson. I'm here on behalf of Congressman Kevin Kiley. He regrets that he's not able to attend himself today, as he is in Washington, D.C., but it is a pleasure to be here on his behalf. Now, we all know how difficult it is in the state of California to be able to own or rent your own home, and that is why housing options such as these are so important towards helping the many people who face this challenge. So I'd like to commend you guys for being able to really dedicate, or your dedication towards helping the many people achieve this, and to provide the quality and affordable housing options. Therefore, on behalf of Congressman Kevin Kiley in the United States House of Representatives, I would like to present this special congressional recognition.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Beautiful, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Jack. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Next, we would like to do our special recognition ribbon cutting. So I would like to invite our special guests and speakers. And we're doing a couple of photos, right? All right, so why don't we start with our speakers, and I think we have the ribbon over here. If you haven't already, they're good, Shelley. What's that? Yeah, so if you can come up, yes, please. We have some very sharp scissors. Mayor.